Max from Muscle World here. 5 reasons why you're not burning belly fat. Number 1, firstly, you're eating too much. You think about not just what you're eating, the food you're eating, but things like sauces, sugar, all this added stuff, alcohol, all calories in that your body's not using, your body's not burning quickly enough. I'm not saying you need to completely drastically change your diet and cut everything out. As long as you're not eating rubbish, not snacking on crisps, biscuits, ice cream, chocolates, if you're eating all that regularly, then of course you're not going to burn body fat. Cut things out, eat as healthy as you can, fruit, veg, and things like sauces, just reduce them. Try and reduce them 50% if you to begin with, so you're not getting cravings and things like that, and then gradually try and phase them out and replace them with healthy alternatives. Number 2, you're not active enough, and I'm not talking about the gym here. Forget about the gym for now, that's a later point. You're just not moving around enough throughout the day. Increasing the amount of movement that you do, you're going to burn more calories throughout the day effectively, probably a lot more than you're going to burn just from a gym session in 1 hour. We know now that you can't offset a sedentary lifestyle by exercising for 1 hour a day. So you need to make sure that you're maximising the amount of calories you're burning, the amount of movement you're doing over the course of the rest of the hours of the day. You can go for long walks, go for short walks, regularly split up throughout the day. Just try and move as best you can. And I know you're going to sit there and say, oh, I work at a desk. It can be done. I've had jobs where I've had to sit down for 12 to 14 hours a day, and yet I was still able to get my steps in, get my movement up. You've got to find what works for you, whether it's setting yourself an alarm every hour just to get up and walk around, start the day, walk first thing in the morning, walk before work, walk in your lunchtime, walk when you get home from work. So then you've got 3 or 4 walks then you can do, exercise on top of that, and you will notice a difference. You need to make sure you're consistent with it. Walking is the best exercise you can do. It's free, and it's really good for you. You're less likely to injure yourself. You're not likely to injure yourself. Low impact, very healthy for you, good for your physical and mental health. Set yourself a target, get yourself one of them little trackers or whatever, Fitbit, get yourself a little tracker, pedometer, whatever. Set yourself a target, whatever, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever your goal is, and then do what you can to hit it throughout the day. Even if you get towards the end of the day, you've still got 1,000 steps left that you need to do to hit your target. Go for a quick walk until you finish it. Run on the spot until you finish it. It's all movement, it's all calories. Get it done. Point number 3, your body's working against you. You've got a low basal metabolic rate. What that means is the amount of calories your body burns by doing absolutely nothing just to keep itself ticking over is lower than it should be. This is likely because you've got a sedentary lifestyle. There could be other factors at play here, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to go into those. What you can do though is you can increase the amount of weight training you're doing, be sensible with your training, increase the intensity of your training, become more active, eat healthier, and your basal metabolic rate is going to go up. And that means that you can burn a few hundred more calories a day by doing absolutely nothing, because your body is having to maintain. If you imagine you go to the gym, you start lifting weight, you start building the muscle, your body is going to need extra calories to maintain that muscle mass throughout the course of the day. All about calorie deficit, calories in, calories out. So you're increasing the amount that you need, therefore you're more likely to decrease weight because you'll put yourself in a calorie deficit, and your body will need to get some fuel from somewhere. And if your body's in a calorie deficit, it's going to want to take it from your fat stores. Number 4, you're not training properly or possibly hard enough. I see it all the time. I'm in the gym. There's people in there, they come up to me, they say, Max, I'm not getting results. I look at them when they're training. They're sitting around playing on their phones. They are not training. They are playing on their phones. This is why they're not getting results. So if that's what they're doing in the gym, imagine what they're doing at home or what they're not doing at home. You can't get results just by gracing the gym with your presence. You need to make sure when you go to the gym, if it's for 45 minutes, 1 hour, whatever you're doing, you make every single minute count. You shouldn't be sitting around playing on your phone. You go on one machine, you go straight to the next machine. You work it as a circuit. You've got a list of exercises. You do it as a circuit. So press ups, sit ups, squats, pull ups, whatever. Do it as a circuit. You're constantly moving. Are you out of breath the entire time you're there? Are you sweating profusely the entire time you're there? Is it hard? Is it difficult? Is it challenging? If not, then you're not working hard enough. Admittedly, if you've got things like injuries and medical conditions and stuff like that aside, forget about that. I'm talking about people who are fit and well and able to exercise, okay? When you cardiovascular machines, you just go through the motions. Are you rocking your body side to side on the bike or the cross trainer? Or are your muscles actually doing the work? You need to think about what you're doing, a structured program, progressive overload on your resistance training. When I say weight training exercises, I don't mean just sitting on the machine and doing the bicep curl. Think about learning the compound exercises, your basics, squats, deadlifts, press-ups, pull-ups, lat pull-downs, which are going to work the big muscles, and that way then you're going to fire up your basal metabolic rate at, like we talked about earlier, you'll start to see results a lot more quicker. Number 5, you're going to hate me for saying this, you're probably going to disagree with me, you're going to sit there and argue with me, but you're not committed. You're not committed to your goal. If you're not achieving it, if you're not even getting any progress, then you're not committed. And the amount of people I've spoken to who have said this to me, they said, oh, I'm just not losing weight. I mean, they tell me they've been going to the gym for 3 or 4 months, left to their own devices, and they say that they're training hard, they're saying they're doing things, they're not losing any weight, they're not losing any body fat, then shape isn't changing, they're not achieving their goals, they're not even moving, nothing's happening. So it can't be that all these things that we talked about earlier not in place. So you need to make sure you look at every single thing we talked about there, and you need to be committed to each one. Do you want to eat the crisps? Do you want to eat the snacks? Or are you willing to sacrifice all those things? You need to decide, what do you want? Are you willing to sacrifice the little things like eating the crisps and eating the snacks and eating all the chocolate and drinking all the alcohol? Are you willing to sacrifice that so that you can get the physique that you want, or lose the belly fat, or get the health that you want? It's entirely up to you. I can't decide, I can't do it for you. I'm not here to bash anyone. I just want to say that there are things that you can do, 5 things that you can do. Make sure you work hard on every single one of them. Be consistent with each one. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen over a course of a week. It'll be at least 2 weeks before you start seeing any results. 4 weeks then before you start seeing a little bit more as well. So you need to keep at it day in, day out. And bear in mind, if it's taking you years and years and years and years of a sedentary lifestyle to put on all this body fat, then it's not going to all come off in a matter of a couple of gym sessions. It's going to take a long time. So you need to be in it for the long haul. You need to be prepared. You need to be committed. And you need to be sensible in your approach, and you need to also be tactical in your approach. You need to make sure that you are hitting it from all different angles, making sure that you're reducing the amount of calories that you're eating, becoming in a calorie deficit, but not by too much, just by a small amount, and it's consistency that builds that up. Make sure you're being healthy in the process as well. Increase your training, increase your daily movement, try and do a bit more weight training, focus on steady state cardio and a little bit of HIIT training. Be consistent, keep it up, get the results. Thank you very much, guys. All the best, see you soon. Bye-bye.